Virgo, thanks for visiting. And as I always ask you, if you like this reading, please like, please subscribe, leave a comment if you would like to. I know I didn't do last week's reading, it was a first for me, I always do them, but I just really came to a great big standstill with everything. I said that on the community thing on YouTube, I don't know what you call it, but you know, maybe you didn't see it or whatever, but just know this won't happen again. I'm going to get on with your reading right now for Virgo. So the first card you have for your past is the High Priestess. Yeah, the High Priestess is obviously an extremely spiritual, intuitive woman, so I'm seeing that at this time you're probably just really tuned into the atmosphere, tuned into everything that was going on around you. It was like you're able to kind of feel the vibes around people, feel how they were feeling and what they were thinking, and it was like you could walk into a room and you just feel the atmosphere in that room. And I'm getting this feeling of someone actually creating an atmosphere, creating a bad atmosphere around you and around the room. I think someone might have been a little bit off with you actually, or a little bit cold with you, and you could really feel this distance between you. And I don't think they're actually saying anything to you. I don't think they were saying, I'm not happy with you, I don't like you, whatever. They were just really giving off these vibes, this kind of energy that they were really being off with you, or they weren't happy. And yeah, this person's a little bit sensitive, I'm seeing, and maybe they took something you said or did the wrong way or something like that. If this resonates and this is still happening to you, first of all, I'm sorry this is happening to you, because I don't think you've done anything. I'm not seeing that you did anything. I just think they were very sensitive and they took something the wrong way, and they just decided to go cold on you and create an atmosphere. So I think, you know, you could try talking to them. I think that's what I would do, but I'm just getting this feeling that even if you do that, they probably won't talk to you directly. They probably won't give you an answer. If you said to them, you know, what's going on? Do you have a problem with me? They probably just say, oh, nothing, or they might not say anything. So and so I think, you know, I know you probably want to ignore them or avoid this kind of thing, because this is really kind of passive aggressive behavior, and I can't bear that kind of behavior. So I'd either tell them, you know, what are you doing? Tell me what the matter is. But you know, I can't see them doing that, so then I try to just ignore them. But you know, I don't think you're actually able to avoid them totally. I think you might have to be around this person for some reason. You might work with them. So yeah, there's a very uneasy feeling around this. That's what I keep on feeling. And I think, you know, you did have other people around you as well. You had people who were a lot more relaxed, a lot more open, and, you know, thankfully you were able to focus on them, some other people. But there was still this atmosphere around this. And I think, you know, you might have tried to talk to them. I don't know, you might have tried to do whatever, but I don't think you were getting very far with this person. So I think you might just have to, if you're still going through this, you might just have to ignore them. You can't really do anything about that apart from leaving if this is in the workplace, but I don't think that's an option for you to just kind of walk off. So yeah, you might just have to be around this person. You might just have to put earbuds in or something and ignore them. The next card you have, I do that. The next card you have your past is the Six of Pentacles. So yes, I think this person might have thought you were treating them unfairly, or you said something that wasn't fair. And again, I'm seeing this might be around the workplace, and I think you might have tried to, they might have gotten the impression that you thought you were better than them, or like the man in this card, or that you were doing something that wasn't fair. And I don't think you were. Again, I'm not seeing anything that you were doing. Or if you did say something, I don't think you meant to, because I think you usually think really carefully before you say anything or do anything. I always see that in your readings. You're a very careful, cautious person. And yeah, this is really frustrating me. I think you can tell because I keep on seeing them just not wanting to say anything directly about this. But, you know, they're just creating this atmosphere. So again, you know, I think you might just have to ignore them, because I don't think you can do anything else about this. The other thing I'm seeing in this card is that you might have been finally moving on from someone. And yeah, this was a love connection I'm seeing. I think there were other people around this person, maybe flirting with them, maybe they had other people on the side or something like that. I can't quite see if they were fully cheating, maybe they weren't, but I think this was really mostly about how they saw themselves. They kind of saw themselves a little bit like the man on this card, a bit self-important, a bit like, oh, I have all these people around me giving me attention and I can pick and choose who I want. Maybe today I'll have that one, and then tomorrow I'll go out with this one, and then I'll go out with the other. It's that kind of attitude. It's kind of this great big smart person who can kind of use people and pick and choose who they want, like the man on this card, really. So and I think I saw something about this in your last reading. If this resonates, you're 100% right not to stay around this person. You know, someone like this, people like this, these kinds of people, they can be really difficult to move on from sometimes emotionally, because usually they're the kind of really charismatic kind of person. They kind of know exactly what to say at the right time to make people feel amazing. They probably really came on quite strongly to you at the beginning, made you feel like you're incredible, but actually it's kind of a rehearsed thing. They know what to say to people. So I think, you know, if you have moved on from them, or if you're in the process of moving on from them, congratulations, because these kinds of people are very hard to move on from. And yeah, this wouldn't have been easy, and usually the people who you should move on from are usually the people who are the hardest to move on from, which is very strange, but it's usually the case. I have found that in my life, definitely, and from other people. And when I was doing personal readings all the time, I used to get that, and just from what I've observed around me as well. So the last card you have for your past is the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, again, I'm seeing this person in the High Priestess, this person who thinks that, or who thought that you were doing or saying something unfair. The man on this card, you know, if you look at the man on this card, he's looking at the tree next to him. And this tree's full of coins. It's full of coins, but he only has one coin in front of him. All the coins are on the tree, only one's in front of him. But he doesn't look like he's doing anything to change this situation. He could go and take a coin off the tree and put it in front of him. He could take all of them if he wanted to, but he's not. He's just looking at them, thinking, oh, I wish I had that. So there might be a little bit of jealousy in this as well. They might be looking at what you have, looking at you, or they might have been, and thinking, oh, that's not fair. They've got everything, I've only got one thing. Maybe they've been overlooked for promotions, maybe they've been overlooked for jobs, maybe they've been overlooked for things, I don't know. It could have been some little thing you said. But you know, if they did something to fix this situation, if they'd go and grab the coins themselves, or if they'd go and speak to you, you'd be able to clear this up with them. Or if they do something rather than just standing there like this man who's not doing anything, things would change for them, things would move for them. But they're just not doing that. They're not doing anything, they're not talking to you, they're not saying anything. They're just kind of creating, or they were just kind of creating this bad atmosphere. And I think this atmosphere will eventually die down. I think eventually they'll kind of come to their senses and realize they can't just not speak to people forever, and they can't kind of go around sulking forever. But I still don't think they're going to address this directly. I still don't think they're going to talk to you about this. This is very strange behavior, and I can't understand people like that. If I have a problem with someone, I just tell them, not rudely, but I just say, look, you know, I really think we just need to talk about something. I really think maybe this is a problem. Maybe you don't mean to do this, but this is bothering me, so you know. But that's not what they do. Anyway, so I will move on to the Hanged Man, another person who's not doing anything, the blooming Hanged Man. So yeah, he could be about all sorts of different things, but I'm seeing this is about just letting things go. So this is probably what you're going to have to do again, if this is all resonating with you, with this person who's acting silly, passive aggressive. Just let things go. And I'm seeing things are probably going to go back to normal, if this is in an office or a workplace or whatever. As far as their attitude toward you goes, they're going to start talking to you again, and they're going to lighten up again, and they're going to start to say things. But I don't think things are going to change as far as you're concerned. I think, you know, you're going to be talking to them, you're going to be fine, whatever, but you're not going to let them close to you. You're going to keep your eye on them from now on, and you're definitely not going to see them in the same way ever again. And I keep on seeing you having to be around them. So again, I'm seeing they might be someone you work with, and you will probably have to keep on interacting with this person on some level, unless you move jobs or whatever, because I don't think they're moving. I think you'll probably only speak to them if you absolutely have to. That's what I'm seeing. But you're not going to be rude or anything, but I think you're going to really be very wary about them. That's what I'm seeing, and I can totally understand why. The next card you have for your present is the Star. Yeah, this is beautiful. I'm seeing something very beautiful in this card. I'm actually seeing spirituality and spiritual development, and I think that you're starting to really develop spiritually at this time. I think you might have already started on a path toward this, but I think at this time things are starting to happen a lot faster for you. I don't know, I think that sometimes Christmas and the holidays and all of that can be a time of excess. Even if you don't celebrate it yourself, it can be a bit overwhelming. People can overeat, overdrink, overspend. They can have crazy tinsel everywhere and big bright lights flashing on and off, and it can be a bit much sometimes. I'm not saying this is what you've been doing, but I think even seeing all of this going on around you might have made you think about living a bit of a simpler life with less clutter and less stuff and less stress and all of that. I'm not saying this time of year or that time of year is all negative. It can be a beautiful time. It can be a time of people getting together. It can be a really lovely time of kind of eating together, sharing things. It can be fantastic for children as well. But I'm seeing you maybe thinking about the year ahead, looking forward to the year ahead, and thinking about maybe clearing out unnecessary things, and maybe just doing things in a more pure, natural way, if that makes sense. And this is all part of your spiritual journey, if this is what you're doing. Like, you know, if you look at this beautiful woman, she's totally naked. She's washing in this pure water. It's very pure, very natural, this card. And I think 2019 is going to be a lot simpler for you and a lot clearer for you. I'm seeing you planning to clear out a lot of unnecessary things, to make way for things that are either special to you on a spiritual level, or just special to you or necessary for you. And I think your mind is going to be very clear as well, a lot clearer. And, you know, I think you've already moved on from one unnecessary person that I see in the Six of Pentacles. But yes, this is a really, really good start to the new year for you. And, you know, you're going to be feeling a lot more confident as well, generally. I'm really seeing your confidence growing throughout the year, which is really, really good. I'm also seeing that you're going to get some kind of recognition for something that you'll be achieving as well. I think you might end up doing some kind of teaching or something like that. It might not be traditional teaching. It might just be telling someone something or helping someone with something. This is going to be quite low-key. The teaching is going to be low-key, and the recognition is going to be low-key as well. I mean, this is the Star card. This is starlight. It's not sunlight. It's not bright. You're not going to have a spotlight on you. It's going to be soft light, starlight. I'm getting this feeling that, yeah, you probably don't like being in the spotlight anyway, so this is going to be perfect for you. It's going to be kind of a low-key, really nice recognition that you're going to get for something, for showing something to someone or teaching someone or doing a good deed, something really good to help someone. That's what I'm seeing. The last card you have, your present, is the Hermit. So again, you're on a spiritual path, like this hermit, a spiritual journey. This hermit is following a star in his lantern, and that's what I was seeing, the star card. So you're following your star, and this hermit is following his star. I'm seeing something that I've seen for a while in your readings, actually. So this is a kind of an extension from what I've already been seeing. I think in the last 2 or 3 readings, I've been seeing people trying to get you to go out to different things. Come out here, come out there, do this, do that. And you just don't feel like going. So you might even be thinking that something might be wrong with you. There might be people saying to you, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Come out and do this and that. There's nothing wrong with you, and there's nothing wrong with wanting some time alone. There is absolutely nothing wrong with wanting time alone. Sometimes we need that time. I need it sometimes. Sometimes I say yes to things, sometimes I say no to things, because I know what I need. Now, there are no big problems. You don't have depression. There's nothing like that. I'm not seeing anything like that. I'm just seeing you needing this time to be by yourself. And this is a part of this spiritual process and this kind of cleansing, clearing process. You're clearing your head. You're clearing the atmosphere to make way for room for yourself and your own path. Now that sounds a bit selfish. It's not selfish at all. There's no way you can help other people unless you help yourself first and give yourself that space. So, and you won't be like this forever either. You're going to go out, you're going to do things, you're going to be busy later on. But at this time, this is what you need, and you know that. You know that, and your instincts will tell you when it's time to leave this hermit mode. The first card you have for your future is the 3 of Wands. So yes, this is what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing you in some kind of leadership position. I'm seeing you teaching people again. That's what I'm seeing again, or telling people things. I'm seeing someone, maybe even more than one person, listening to you, listening to what you have to say, asking you questions. You might be doing this electronically. You might have a YouTube channel or a blog or something like that, or you could be talking to someone in person, or they could be asking you these things in person. But people are going to be looking up to you. They're going to be really listening to you. That's what I'm seeing. That's this low-key thing you're doing, and this low-key recognition that you're going to be getting. Because, you know, the man on this card, he's standing on top of a mountain and he's looking over the water. And how did he get there? It probably took him a long time, a lot of effort to get up to where he is. So it's taken you a long time, or it will have taken you a long time, to get up to the top of that mountain. And you had to go on this spiritual path to get to the top of this mountain. So you've been through this process, or you're going through this process now, and when you come to the end of this, or when you're kind of toward the end of this, because you never stop learning spiritually, that's when you're going to find yourself in this position with this opportunity coming to you to teach people things, and you're going to be up on top of this hill because you've found your way there, you've climbed up there, you've gone there spiritually, you've taken the time out to yourself to actually cleanse yourself and get yourself ready for this. Now, yeah, I'm seeing this because, you know, this man's on top of this hill and he's looking out, and there are 3 ships coming in. They're coming in for this man. He can see them in a distance. They're coming into him. So to me, these 3 ships can represent, sometimes they can represent a trinity, which is kind of a mind, body and spirit. And when these all line up, when these all come together, that's when you'll be ready. That's when you'll be ready to teach or do this thing. And you'll know exactly when you're ready. You'll feel this. Your instincts will tell you this. The next card you have for your future is the Ace of Swords. So yes, you're going to be really sharp mentally, and that's what's going to help you to do this teaching or whatever this is in the 3 of Wands. Yeah, and you're really eloquent. You are going to be very, very powerful as well in the way that you use your words and get your point across. This is all over your future. And I think there might even be more opportunities coming from this opportunity in the 3 of Wands. I think people are going to listen to you. They're going to listen to what you have to say and say, wow, this is amazing. Maybe you can do this for me. Maybe you can lecture over here at this place. Maybe you could talk to a school. Maybe you could do this. I am seeing some specific things around writing. You might have someone ask you to write an article or contribute to a book or something like that. This Ace of Swords is also about discernment, thinking very clearly, thinking very carefully about what you're going to do. So you're going to have some good offers and you're probably going to have some that aren't so good. But you'll have this clarity of mind and you'll be able to cut through the things that aren't good, and you'll be able to hold on to the things that are useful to you. So this is going to be, you're going to have this clarity of mind at exactly the right time as well, because that's when all these things are going to come into you and you're going to be able to say, I want that, I don't want this, and all of that kind of thing. So the last card you have for your future is the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, look at this page. He's holding up this coin, he's looking at it, and he looks like he's in love with it. He's saying, I love this beautiful coin. Look at how he's gazing at it. And so I think this is going to be a kind of a message to you. I think this is going to be coming to you at this time, and I'm actually seeing this is going to come from someone who's going to really slowly and carefully think about how they're going to give you this message, what they're going to say to you. I think this is going to be a love message coming to you, and I think this might be from someone who you're teaching or you're training or you're talking to, a client or someone like that, in the Three of Wands. This is going to be someone who really looks up to you. This is going to be someone who's learning from you. The pages are kind of, sometimes they're teenagers, sometimes they're immature, sometimes they're just learning. So this is someone who's learning from you, looking up to you, and they're definitely going to let you know that they're interested in you. I don't know if you're going to be interested in them, but I think you might be, because I'm getting a really nice warm golden feeling of this, because look at this beautiful golden coin and it's lighting up the whole sky. It's making it all golden. So I've got a beautiful warm feeling around this. So you might actually be interested in them, or you might just be interested as a friend. But this is definitely someone who you're going to want to have around you. They actually bring you a lot of positivity. So you're either going to enter into a new relationship with this person, or this is going to be a friend of yours, and probably even a lifelong friend. This is a very special person. So yeah, Virgo, I hope this resonated. As you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone, but again, if you liked this reading, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment if you would like to. Thank you so much for watching.